Oh, hey guys. Today I thought about showing you how to do an overlapping motion. It can be good to achieve some secondary action for your character, such as this piece of cloth that will be swinging like so. So basically, I'm using the old traditional FK cutout animation style. That means no bones involved. So Unity has a more advanced 2D bone-based animation toolkit. I won't be using that. I think the old way looks better, and if done correctly, uh, it can be also more optimized. And again, looks better. And if you're controlling the process, it's even can make you achieve your goals faster. Especially when you're doing inverse kinematics, you can do it the FK way, but at least it will look good while your character walking or interacting or constraining with a wall, for example. Uh, yeah. So forgot to mention this art. Beautiful art is done by Carlos Ortega, Eliz Elizalde. Elizalde, yeah. So I pronounce it his name, he or she name proper. I think it's she. Carlos? No, it's he. Sorry. So what we are needing to do to cut this for animation. Cut this out for animation. So first part, let me just use my Wacom pen here and new layer. Yeah, let's use this color to demonstrate. So we have the background and we have this cloth and we have this thingy here that maybe or maybe not. Let's see how how it's been done here. How I did it. Yeah. So basically, I did it a little bit. Yeah, I changed the cloth to be on the backward of the arm and not in front, and then painted uh, painted the wrist of the hand. Sorry, the palm of the hand with similar matching colors to patch patch this cloth part. So basically, if I want it, I can be. Let's try to be true to this art this time. And try to mimic it again. So let's try to do it uh, quickly, I guess. So what we are needing to do. In compositing, we have a process called clean plate. So basically, if I sitting on a couch and I want something to happen behind me, so some kind of post effect, I will take a tripod, uh, make a snapshot of the place where I'm sitting on the couch, but without me, and then I will add me myself. That way I have two separate assets to work with, uh, and it makes much more sense and it's far easier. So yeah, so we are mimicking that because we have only one image file and it is not cut into animation. So how do we do it? first of all, let's kill all those layers. First of all, we can use the pen tool, P on the keyboard, this one, to cut out the necessary part we are needing to this project. So I'm cutting in all the parts that should be moving or rotating. I assume that you know how to use the pen tool, but basically you're dragging your mouse to the point you want to create your selection, selection, I can say, the tangent point, and then if you want to make a curving point, you're dragging with the mouse from side to side, and when you're finished, you just stop clicking, dragging it with the left mouse button. If you want to do a straight line, you just do a straight line without dragging and making this curve. If you have a curve like this, and afterwards you're going to do this one, it looks wrong. You still, so what do we do? How do we break from the pattern that is curved and then it needs to be more angled? What do we do? So I'm using uh, using this curve with dragging the mouse, and then when I'm pointing out on this blue dot, I'm using I'm a Windows user, so on the keyboard I'm pressing the key Alt, and then you will see the icon changes from minus to this one. Now that I pressed, I can continue do whatever I want. Yes. So it's take a little bit of practice. Basically, the best way to practice it is just take an image and trace it to the best of your ability. That way, you will get familiarized with this tool quickly. Also, there's a lot of tutorials, video tutorials on this subject, so there's nothing more I can say. In a bit, we will transform our selection, our beautiful selection, from a path to a basic selection, as so. For that, you need the path windows. You can find it. I will dock it again. You can find it here under Windows Paths. And then I click the path. And then I click Control and the left mouse button click. And it will create a selection. This is something that we can use. Now I want to cut it in front of this layer on the same place. So I will do Control J on the keyboard, hiding this for a sec, just to see for clarity, to hide all the layers visible as such, to see only the layer that I'm standing on. I'm clicking the Alt and the left clicking the mouse button. So it's also a useful keyboard shortcut. So yeah, let's have a look. What do we need to do here? Okay. So I understand why I excluded this part, because it's tricky. I made it behind. But how can we make it work? Yeah. So I need to break it even more. Um, yeah, okay. Let me think for a sec. Hmm. Let's try to do it like so. So I'm following the curvature using the same method as I told you previously. Not staying super precise, but it is a precision tool. It is broadly used as such for photo batching and precise selection. Sorry. Also, I'll be getting a better mic, so I guess my sound will improve. Nowadays, I'm also trying to work on a Udemy course show, showcasing some of the stuff that I already been talking with you in that video. In that? No, in this video. Yeah, my English is not great, but I guess you can still understand me. Yeah, so found this path, breaking the tangent, continue found this path, again, undoing, do it again. So as you can see, it's a tedious process, but when done correctly, it's more than worth it, in my opinion. Lots of times people think it's a click of button, and but you have an animation, but it's not true. It's not so. Okay, now we have this path, and we exclude it also from here. Yeah. So this is what we're ending up with. Okay. Okay, so I will duplicate this image. The lower part we don't need again. Now with control and left click mouse I'm doing and shift, holding shift, I'm doing the selections of those two parts that we did. Why? Because I need to erase them, or I want to make a clean plate of what is behind those assets. So the best way to do it is to use content aware tool. But if you can notice, I'm pretty much stuck on the pixels that I already got. So I want to expand my selection, modify expand, and I will expand it to pixels range. This will help the algorithm of the content aware tool. Uh, let's do Shift F5, change it to content aware, and then click OK. So as you can see, he did a pretty fine job, and we can compare it before and after. Yeah, it's like magic. So even if he didn't do a good job, he can fix stuff, but basically did a good job. Yeah. So let's continue. What do we have now? Have a clean plate. So we shall call it background. Okay. And lock it for now. We have this piece of claw, this piece of claw, and we want basically to create a movement that will simulate this one. Yeah. So how do we do it so it will look convincing? So when our hand is moving down, yeah, this part of cloth will be squashed, I guess, like so, little bit, and in theory it will give us room to achieve what we are looking for. Yeah, and maybe we also need to create a small patch. So what I did just here, what I just did here, or there, how do you say it? I tested the outcome of the animation I want. It's an important part because this is how I know that things can work or not work prematurely before I'm convincing myself to the process, committing myself to the process. So I have this patch, yes, and now I'm taking it, only this little part, and calling it patch, right? Right, patch. Let's call it patch. Now, and this is the all the secret. I'm doing a little bit smudging to access to make the creases more fluid, more smooth. Let's see if it works. Also, I'm pivoting to this point and then hiding the selection so I can see more clearly what's happening. Okay, so this is the part. Okay, yes, so I can do like this, right? And like this, or something like that, right? And it will work basically.